Do you know what that is? Like, there's this small cedar and then the one next to it. What is that? So you might be wondering, like, why would you cut down a tree? I shouldn't really speak on that because my ex doesn't look a whole lot better than this.
I can't really think of something that really bothers me.
It's very sweet. Hi, I'm Seamus.
I'm Kern.
We work at Northwaters and Langskib, and today we're gonna show you how to cut down a tree. We're gonna go back into the woods that way. Like this size would be ideal, but it's still green on top. Alive, alive, that's alive. The path of most resistance. This guy?
Yeah. Yeah, when we're looking for a tree to cut down, we want it to be about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. It's very important that the tree is dead. It'll cut easier. We don't want to kill living trees, and the dead wood is going to be dry and it's going to burn a lot better. Sometimes when the canopies of the trees overlap, it can be really nice to shake the tree, and then I can see which branches are moving with the tree that I'm shaking, and it helps me tell that it's dead. Before I go to cut down the tree, I'm gonna look around and decide which way I want the tree to go. Sometimes the tree seems to be going in one direction, like it seems like this tree wants to go that way. And since it's clear that way, there's no people, I think it makes sense to get the tree to go that way.
Nifty little folding saw. We bring them on all of our trips. You can find it in the Cook one again, which is my favorite one again. But you're gonna undo the handle, kind of hold it like this, grab this side, do one of these, and then there's a nice little slot there that it hooks into, and you know you're good when you get the snap, and it's not, you know, it's tensioned. It's a tool that's ready to do some work.
Before we actually get to cutting down this tree, it's good to talk to the person that you're doing it with and kind of develop a plan. Seamus is going to cut the tree, and I'm going to be here putting pressure in the direction that we want it to go. And this does two things. It makes sure the tree is going away from us, and it's stopping the cut of the tree from pinching the blade, so it makes it easier for Seamus to cut.
Cool. So once I'm beginning to saw, I mean, you can really kind of push or pull, but just I'm putting hardly any pressure, but that's going to get a groove going here that I can kind of work into. And I'm not pushing into the tree very much. It's just a back and forth like this, and that groove is getting going. You can already see that we're like making some amount of progress here.
Right now, Seamus is letting the blade do all the work here. He's just moving it back and forth, and the teeth of the saw are removing little bits of wood as he goes. And I'm pushing this tree so that the gap that he's making opens up and doesn't pinch his saw. Now we just continue like this until we feel like it's about to go.
All that's really holding this tree is about that much, and I would make the evaluation that it's ready to come down. When you're in this kind of in-between stage, there's this sort of dialogue you're having with the tree and whoever you're cutting down with, where it's like, when are we ready to go? When do you want to go? When do we want to go? And I think it's just super, super important to kind of have a plan. So as Kern was saying before, like Kern has a clear path this way. I've got a pretty clear path that way. We're pretty confident the tree's gonna go that way, so we're gonna be able to get out of the way. And at this point, I think it's just gonna be a push and it'll come right over.
All right, you ready?
I think so.
There it goes. Nice.
A tree like this,
yeah,
it's not too much, but on a bigger tree that might kick up and come at you, so it's nice to get out of there.
And now it's still connected by this little bit here. We can just saw that off and then move the tree to a good spot to cut it into rounds. What Seamus is going to do here is he's going to take all these little branches off of the tree. And the little hatchet is a good tool to do that with. Just making sure that you're keeping both your legs on one side of the tree and taking off the branches on the opposite side from your legs. That way the tree is protecting your legs from the axe. If you notice, he's swinging away from himself. He's holding the axe kind of near the head so that he has more accurate control over it. And it's not really like big swings, it's just pretty small and accurate strikes. We've moved this tree just into a nicer spot to cut it into rounds. It's nice to have the tree leaning against something and then having the end that you're cutting off be sticking out and not supported by anything on this side so that you're not pinching your saw blade. I'm doing the same principle that we do for collecting firewood when we're just breaking sticks, about forearm length. Yeah, and then we're just cutting it into rounds.
Cool. Nice. Kern's gonna start out here by creating a triangle between the bottom edge of his hatchet here, the wood, and the handle.
Advantages of contact splitting is that there's never a point where the blade is in the air separate from the wood. And so it's a lot harder for that blade to end up in your leg.
At this point, you got it split. You're gonna drive it through. And that right there is a beautifully split piece of wood. It smells absolutely amazing. Yeah, that looks great. Thanks so much for watching. That was really fun, and I hope some of this information will serve you well out there on your canoe trips, and you know, you'll have a nice warm fire full of split dry wood. I'm Seamus.
And I'm Kern.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Kern. Just awkward, yeah. Kern, I told you we should have limbed it before.